Hi, this is Josh from Shamma Sandals, and today on Run With Us, we're in Saratoga, California, and we're going to be running on the Parker Ranch Trail. Let's get going. This week on Walk With Us, oh my goodness, Willie Styles walks a really steep hill. I'm not turning the camera off, Willie. We can't fake it and walk. Oh, it's really tough, actually.
In my defense, I do have asthma.
No faking it, Willie.
Just slow it down.
I'm gonna stop. This trail we're running on, the Parker Ranch Trail, is new to me. The guide that I read said it was 6.5 miles. There were a lot of instructions on the guide. I don't think it's actually going to be that hard to follow, but first time here, I ended up writing a lot of notes just to make sure I figured out where to go. Saratoga is it's a pretty nice place. It's nestled up against the Santa Cruz Mountains, here in the Silicon Valley, basically. Pretty near San Jose, Cupertino, all those places. I'm really looking forward to seeing what it has to offer. This first section of trail has been pretty cool. We're just basically running through past these really nice houses in their beautiful backyards. All the fences were like kind of wide open. You could see in there. I don't know how they feel about some creepy bum in sandals running past their backyard. Oh well. Two creepy bums. Anyways, we just hit like a real uphill. I don't think it's supposed to last for too long.
Oh, look.
Oh, it's really tough, actually. This hill is brutal. All of the gain, I think, is gonna be right here. But cool views. Oh my goodness. I'm not turning the camera off, Willie. We can't fake it and walk. No faking it, Willie.
I'm not. Just slow it down.
I'm gonna stop. Possibly the worst hill ever. Oh my goodness. That was brutal.
Why do my lungs taste like blood?
This week on Walk With Us, Willie Styles walks a really steep hill.
In my defense, I do have asthma. Whew. That was brutal.
Where does that rank, Willie?
Difficult. It's the steepest we've ever run.
Think so?
Yeah, look how high we are. We ran for like 1/8 of a mile and we're this high up.
So one of our little tricks today, because it's really cold, I personally don't like to have too much on when I'm running, but it's that first 5 minutes before I warmed up that I actually need something a little warmer, like a jacket or whatever. So we were just blasting the heater in the car until we were uncomfortably hot at the beginning of the run. And then it feels good for the first 5 minutes or so. But it's still really cold out today and it's windy. Beautiful day, but crisp, cold, windy. This trail, the Parker Ranch Trail, has been really cool. It's just beautiful out here today. Really, I wasn't expecting the kind of views we're getting of the Santa Clara Valley. This is basically what I was kind of expecting for the Almaden County Quicksilver Trail. But it was so socked in that day we couldn't see anything really. So this is kind of making up for it. So far this is definitely a great trail to check out. Trail itself is in good shape, nice and smooth. Not a lot of gravel, which I like, and yeah, really enjoyable. Not exactly sure how it's pronounced, but Pisea, something like that. There were some markers there on the ground just behind us that showed a hiker and arrows for the trail. So this trail, it's kind of complicated, but it's not. It's basically a big figure 8, but you're gonna weave in and out of these houses and neighborhoods. So as long as you can just kind of keep the trail, it seems to be pretty well marked so far. It's not bad, but just be prepared for having to make a few little switches and stuff like that.
Josh, your midfoot strike is turning into more of a hoof strike.
A hoof strike.
A midfoot hoof strike.
Yeah, I've been clomping a lot lately, I've noticed. Thanks for picking up on that. Yeah. Every time I drive into Saratoga, it brings back a lot of memories for me. So when I was working over in San Jose.
For a second, Josh.
What?
I was going to say, we can see the bay from here.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, and we're pretty far off, but you can see it from all the way over here. That's cool. There, yeah.
That's downtown San Jose, and then literally 15 miles from it is the bay, but we're surrounded by mountains. It's kind of crazy, and it sneaks up on you because you're just in the city, and all of a sudden there's the bay. Pretty freaky, Bowie.
Concur.
This is a new run to us. We've never been here before, and what's often the case is, especially with these intricate trails, it's hard to know exactly what trail we're on and what's the best route to take, and it's easy to get lost. The printout at the website I went to, there was probably 20 separate instructions on how to follow the trail. For the most part, it was pretty easy. And I think we might have actually been on the proper trail. We didn't see the signs exactly for the ones we wanted, but I think if we doubled back, we would have done this 6.5 mile loop, but we weren't sure. And we saw another route headed back to Prospect Road, which is where the trail started. So we're taking that. It's 1.8 miles. So our whole trip is gonna be about 5.5 rather than 6.5 miles. Anyways, each of these new places a lot of times they really are an adventure. You don't know where the trail is gonna go, and one little detail can definitely change your trip. 5 miles to me is like the minimum. I have to run 5 miles or I don't feel like I've really warmed up or stretched or challenged myself. So I'll be happy with that. So we took this alternate route.
My choice.
In part because of Willy's begging. Anyways, we think we're on Prospect Road and we probably have about half a mile to go to the car. But so far it's been a great run. We just looked at the signs back there at this parking lot for the Fremont Older Open Space Reserve. And there's a ton of trails and beautiful views. And I wanted to say actually another thing, this is a great time of the year to run in the Bay Area because, you know, if it's not raining, things are green, it's cool out. A lot of these trails, if you're running them in the summertime, it's gonna be brown and dusty. It'll still be cool, but this is the best time of year. You know, California is the golden state. We have gold, but we also just have dry grass a lot of the year. What did you notice, Willy, about this sign?
Immediately. Oh.
But look, this is the best part on the sign. You can see the dog.
It's straining.
Somebody went through a lot of effort to demonstrate that the dog was straining. If you couldn't tell, this dog was going to the bathroom.
It's like they took an actual image, side profile of a dog pooping, and then they just like made a contour and then blacked it out, made a silhouette. Because it's exact.
Look, this is too much. That's just too much. Here we are, we finished our run at Parker Ranch Trail. And we ended up not taking the route that we originally wanted to take, this kind of loop. We ended up going through Fremont Open Space Preserve and following a different route. It ended up being the same mileage, 6.5 miles, which was what we set out to do. So I feel good about that. And it was a great run, beautiful views. The trail was really, really pretty, very interesting. And there's tons more trails around here. So we're definitely coming back and going to explore more of this area in the future. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on Run With Us.